don't know which console it was on. It was like one of those like the
Yes, red card.
I can't remember. I don't know.
Thinking that Puck's mid for Topson. Like you're saying, Saksa, his final hero, going to be rounding out their draft for them.
5 seconds remaining.
Tons of team fight from OG though, right?
Turn to pick.
Loads of it, and there's the Tusk for you.
Yeah, loving the Tusk. I just feel this hero brings so much. And finally, Frozen Sigil. That item slot in the cosmetics, we're gonna get the use of that. So I'm really happy about it.
Do you still have the
with the
VG
shard
Gaming
upgrade?
one?
I don't have it. I don't have it, but for those who have it, we'll find a good use for it. And it's also a save. It also gives them like more roche taking potential. Tag team is extremely powerful. So yeah, just I mean, it's also a true strike against the Phantom Assassins blur. So you always have that kind of guaranteed hit with the Walrus Punch.
Yeah, guaranteed catch for it. Man, Dream Coil, Call Down, RP, Supernova. Navi are going to have difficulties here. you know, skirting in and out of team fights. Phantom Strike, of course, PA will be able to kind of dodge in and out, but it feels like once Slardar commits, he's kind of in there and potentially stuck. So it would be nice to see another hero that can maybe lay it on with counter initiation of some kind.
Could be just a casual Dragonite pick for, you know, laning stage against the puck. Their damage is a bit limited. There's no real damage that comes out once Dragonite gets a BKB. Like, there is RP, something that Dragonite's really not afraid of, especially if he pops the BKB before that RP. So looks like a decent Dragonite game, I would.
Yeah, like Storm is the other one that Iceberg's played
Not
a
really.
lot. But
Choose your hero.
well, that's the counter initiation. That's what I wanted. That's the hero that's going to put a stop to the team fight combos of OG. I like it.
He can snowball. I mean, and if he's paired up with the Slardar in the mid-game fights, the pure damage from Glaives, it's gonna hurt quite a lot. I'm a bit worried because they're relying so much on General to have a good time, and this time around he's playing into range heroes. So, like, in this game, you need to get an earlier Blink Dagger. Like, you need to go for it. Then you might, you know, go back to Hood. But it's gonna be very hard for Navi to start fights because your mid lane is Silencer. He's, you know, more counter-reactive. Same goes for Oracle. Lina position 4 can't really just, you know, engage into a team fight. Use LSA. So Navi, they need to secure Slardar's lane. I think that's the biggest part. Like, top lane needs to do really well.
Absolutely. I mean, there's some cute little plays you can do with like Fortune's End, Phantom Assassin diving in and maybe, you know, catching people like that. But I think you're absolutely right. General, he is that one hero that starts fights and end fights for Navi. Try and get that Blink Dagger at a reasonable timing. And then he'll need, you know, Blink and BKB as the game progresses just to try and keep himself in the running. Away we go. Game 1 of this best of 5. OG up against Navi. ILTW Gyrocopter going to be coming out here. Very likely paired up with that Phoenix. And there's Slardar, the big man, the main hero for Navi. Very nice that Icefrog decided to put him at the front because he is the pivotal off-lane catch hero for the CIS squad.
Well, that'll learn ya!
Prepare for battle.
Well, that'll learn ya!
Oh my god. What is happening here? They've both walked into each other. It's nighttime in the Dota 2 world. A 3-man light strike array. That's great from the Lina, but Topson No-Tail still chasing General. They're trying to get the first blood, but a 2-man crush there. Slardar stops them in their tracks, and they do bring down the Phoenix. Great start, and another big light strike array. Here's another +2 for Iceberg, and another one +6 incoming. Saksa's down. Navi, a cracking start. Okay, you gave up General in the mix of it all, but huge kills and a burst of aggression to kick off this series.
So I have a couple of pro players that I talked to about like the changes that I had enough time to talk to about, and everyone mentioned the same thing. Like, we like that it's nighttime, so we can, you know, plant some wards, we can keep fighting the smokes and everything. And this shows like Silencer starting up with 6 extra intelligence, which means more damage, which also means more mana regeneration. So pretty good.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That is great for Iceberg. He's probably laughing to himself right now, getting tips as well. And we'll see our lanes and how they pan out, because Saksa is up top with Seb, the Tusk, and the Magnus. Taking a look at that safe lane from the PA and the Oracle. Mid lane, of course, we see here Topson on the puck. And that build that he's been going recently, the double null Urn with the E-Blade coming, facing against Iceberg, Silencer. And down bottom lane, General Slardar with the RodjER Lina. They've been crushing it as this dual lane off lane against No-Tail and ILTW. Phoenix and Gyro. There's a lot of magic damage from OG.
Came a long way.
Yeah, it is. Oh, crush. This is something that General does when he's playing into range hero. Doesn't get the bash, but starts with the slithering crush. So it's easy setup for Lina to land an LSA. And to go back to the talk about intelligence steal, he stole 2 extra intelligence from Puck and he gained 6. So that's 8 difference in damage already on a mid lane.
Yeah, look at that. Puck at 59 plus 2. Of course, there's some Glaives of Wisdom there. So what's it, 60? And then 67 over on Iceberg. Good old beginning for him. Top lane, always want to fly. Going to get tag teamed and Shockwave back into the waiting arms. And that big old hammer of Seb's Magnus. OG striking back, claiming a little bit more momentum, at least in that top lane. Not an easy one for Oracle PA. It's a very kind of passive defensive lane until maybe they hit level 3 and Oracle's burst damage comes into play.
I thought that's gonna be a bit different. Like PA should still get the farm. They might get a kill or two on the Oracle, especially if he's out of position. But decent start. Saksa died once, which kind of cripples him. Losing that one intelligence is a pretty big deal for Tusk.
Nice
to have
shot.
limited.
Dire's middle tower is
There's the
under
skewer.
Good skewer. But they don't keep the tag team going. Always want to fly. He's got to burn through a salve himself. Will stick around in the lane. And peeking down to bottom, light strike array from RodjER, clipping ILTW. In general, it looks like they've done a bit of a wave drag back here, try and secure a bit more safe experience and farm for the Slardar. But he's had a pretty good start so far.
Mid lane, rotation from Tusk. Just kidding, it gets stopped by Fortune's End. He wanted to go on Silencer. It's an easy setup with the Ice Shards and a tag team. They want to, you know, give Puck some advantage because Silencer got his already at the start.
I mean, Topson's chipping him down. Okay, the salve is there from Iceberg, defensively by his tower. So he will be all right as the shards come top lane. Well placed by Saksa. Blocking always want to fly, but Seb too low to commit onto the Oracle. Very, very spooky laning stage here. Both teams really looking for that killer edge. RodjER's fake pumping light strike arrays bottom as well. They're doing a great job here zoning out both No-Tail and RTW, so General can continue, you know, with a double bracer into boots he's got. That'll allow him to get straight into the blink, but RodjER's being initiated on. Homing missile does donk him on the head, but General bodyguards his Lina.
General is the off-lane god. Like, I saw his clockwork in the previous series. He had triple bracer, casual gauntlet of strength, and strength power treads on clockwork. So look at it, just a double bracer. Sounds really silly, but the amount of like regeneration and stats that you get is pretty good. ILTW needs to be careful with the courier. Lina might take it out.
RodjER, yeah, blocking up the camp, spots the courier, but it's a little too late and a bit far away. And that top lane again, this time it's Seb that's in a spot of bother. Pops his stick in the fairy fire and does actually tick down that final right-click projectile from the Oracle. Followed him all the way across. And then in that mid lane, Topson grabs the arcane rune, salves up, so Iceberg's got a long walk back to Fountain. While down at bottom, RTW, and he pops his stick, turns and fights. General still in the middle of it all, but they're bursting through RodjER's HP pool. Fairy Fire still available, and he pops it to survive through the fiery spirits.
Now OG is out of region on the bottom. All right, courier from No-Tail has one sal, so he will pop that on ILTW just to give him some more lane presence.
Yeah, and the sticks are empty as well. I keep bursting through them. It looks like RodjER's going to have to wander himself back to the double bounty runes and probably go home.
Got it.
He's bringing out a salve though, so could stick around.
Puck is level 6, so Navi needs to be careful about rotation coming out from Tusk. They need to be ready with a TP. Lina is low on HP, so she can't do it. Brings a healing salve.
And Puck nearly has that urn. It really is that kind of level 6, level 7, double null urn, and then make the rotation to get charges on it for Topson Puck.
I just hope it's not a double urn build.
Hey, was it Wind Ranger for Seb that bought it?
Yeah. Bite it. You're
Bite it. Native speaker,
This
by
is
the
something
way.
that I would say.
Whoopsie. Just a bit of lag in my brain, you know? It happens. I've read too many patch notes. I don't know how to use my words anymore.
Saksa, that was a
Oh,
rotation.
RodjER. RodjER's dying. Yeah, there's the shards. Secures it for RTW. There's also a nice little play by Always Want to Fly top, stopping Seb from dragging that wave across. And both teams securing the runes. AlWAYSWANNAFLY realizes it isn't top, so Topson gets a regen to refill. And to clear the camp, actually. Keeps it going for a Waning Rift and an Orb.
Dire are
And
scanning.
Tusk made a move so that, you know, gives Magnus room to be in the jungle, because cannot really lane top against two heroes. They have a way to stop the TP.
Does get spotted under the dire ward though, so the observer from Saksa probably going to get removed. Still gets a good shot on mid, and there's the Dream Coil tag team onto Iceberg. TP coming in, but it all seems too little too late. They global silence the Fairy Fire, and Iceberg, he's away from there. General with the crush. 4 heroes from OG coming,
Great
dive
dive.
forward. Iceberg needs to dive, and no tail, he's chasing for it. Finally secures the kill. Mid lane silencer down, and Topson not jaunting to the orb, just leaving no tail. So maybe trying to knight to neutrals, never going to make it with both General and RodjER there.
Attack.
It's still worth it for them, because they got some damage on the tower. Iceberg hesitating with that global silence.
Dire's
Like he
bottom
was,
tower
do I
is
pop
under
it straight away? Gave like half a second to Puck to be able to respond with the Banning Rift. Fairy's Trinket picked up by Mag. That's Puck's item, because it gives spell damage and mana cost reduction.
Oh, that's
Sounds
really
like a
nice.
very cool tier 1 item, yeah. And 100 HP on top of that.
Yeah, the 100 HP for a squishy hero like Puck. Very impressive. And trusty shovel straight away from Topson. A free kobold. How much gold? 7 gold.
7 is the lucky number.
It sure is. Triple sevens, that's what you want. As bottom lane, RodjER. Thinking about the light strike array, but again, that homing missile just chasing through to him. Securing yet another kill for ILTW, who is left alone down here while diving into mid. No tail and Topson. They've got a coil. Not throwing it towards the Slardar, and is going to grab an arcane rune for his troubles.
While all this is happening, Phantom Assassin, no one is even close. Check the net worth, 4.2k, while the second
Jeez.
has 3,000. Jeez, that's actually huge.
And V-Tune's item build here, we saw him going for that Ring of Tarask earlier on, but where's that item now, Lacoste?
Deleted. I was about to, you know, say something stupid, say he didn't need it this time, because there wasn't too much pressure and was playing with Oracle, but that item is out.
It's gone, so replaced by the double Ring of Regen that the PA's picked up.
Also, Ring of Regen got nerfed. 1.5 to 1.25.
So that's why he's got 2 of them, yeah? Make up a bit of difference. PA rushing towards Battle Fury. Oh, another shovel there. This time RodjER, the first use, gets a bounty rune. Beautiful.
Balanced. One team gets Cabal, the other team gets
Coil
the
mid.
rune.
Global silence in return. ILTW and Saksa are both here, though, and they're looking for it with a cooldown, but the Fate Edict onto Sansa are going to dodge away from all the magical damage. Fortune's End comes. Iceberg still being tagged up by Saksa, and the 3-hero gank squad arrives. ILTW, first rotation at level 6, and he makes it worth it.
And Topson keeping bottom to help out. No tail.
Trying to
Can
burn
they
through
get it?
General.
Yeah, earn and the overtime damage. Let's see, one more orb.
In 2 seconds.
And OG's playing so well right now.
Oh, General knew he couldn't escape, so tried to turn to get some CS on his way out. 7 to 5. I mean, net worth-wise, it's very close, but it feels like OG are kind of dictating where the map movements are going and what's happening in the game.
But this is the difference, like, when we talk about the draft, the mid hero, yeah, Silencer got those 3 assists from the start and just died twice, because he doesn't have any escape mechanism. There's also Silence that he needs to play against. And maybe Dragonite would have been a better choice, where they can, you know, have a stronger laner, and he doesn't care too much about those rotations, much more tankier. And this is the hero that scales better than the Silencer.
Now look at all these stacks. Big bank built up here by Lina. Oh, is RodjER going to take it? He'll look towards that medium camp. Large camp, plenty of gold left there for the PA to come and take. But they need to defend this, and I think OG have a very good idea of what's happening as they make a move onto Oracle. Snaps the coil. Fate's Edict on him, so difficult to keep pushing damage forward, but Topson's there with the urn. The homing missile's coming, and a dominating streak for ILTW. Light Strike Array clipping Topson on the way through, though. Now a dive forward, and
he's ready.
Sun
They have no
Supernova.
attack speed.
They absolutely don't. Iceberg has been done for. Dumpstered with a triple kill for ILTW. This gyrocopter is annihilating Navi.
very aggressive play from
Dire's middle
OG.
tower
Like, they
is
are
under
bringing their
attack.
carry. They see that, you know, Phantom Assassin is not going to be joining fights, just
Dire's
prefers to
structures
farm.
are fortified.
Silencer feels very weak.
Dire's
And
top tower is
Topson,
under
like,
attack.
every single time his coil is ready, he goes for a
Radiant's
target. And this
bottom
urn
tower
gives
is
him
under
that
attack.
extra bit of kill potential. That's something that he needs. Well, what is that item that he's going for?
Dire's
Witchblade.
top tower
Witchblade?
has fallen.
Yep.
What does it do?
It gives attack speed, intelligence, projectile speed, some armor, and causes your next attack to apply poison for 3 seconds. 25% slow, and one time
Dire's
your
turret
intelligence
has
as a
been
damage
killed.
every second. Sounds good. I've seen it on Dead Prophet yesterday when we played it.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, some of these new items, you know, maybe, well, I was thinking about, you know, Null Tally's Embraces, the way that Wraithband used to be Aquila, Null Tally used to be, you know, Into the Veil and stuff like that, but they've got completely new early game items, as I'll come back to this in a second, because Seb, he's being hounded by Navi, throws the RP, and the Gyro's in the vicinity, but they'll leave the Magnus to
5-man
die.
rotation.
Everyone up there
Also
from
using
Navi.
an RP. Magnus getting very close to his Blink Dagger on top of
Dire's bottom tower is
Double
under
Bracer,
attack.
Magic Wand, and Arcane Boots. Seb is so farmed.
He really is, yeah. Fourth in net worth, ahead of the Silencer
Dire's
by about
structures
1,000
are
gold.
fortified.
But yeah, these
Dire's
early game
bottom tower
items,
is under
now, what do you
attack.
think about them? The
Radiant
Orb of
are
Corrosion,
scanning.
this Witchblade, there's also the fluffy hat that builds into some like Falcon Blade and stuff like that.
A Witchblade seems like a good item, like it gives you pretty much what you need. You know, some attack
Dire's
speed
bottom
on
tower
the
is under attack.
mid laners, the intelligence ones that can scale. It gives you some armor, especially against the VA. And the
General.
starter in this game, General, yeah, he's very, very dead.
He was playing around with Saksa, who snowball dodged him, and the rest of OG
Dire's
arrived.
bottom
Just behind them,
tower
though,
is under
V-Tune is
attack.
clearing through the ancient stack that OG had made. Battle Fury, of course, done for that Phantom Assassin, so accelerating very quickly. 7k net worth up now. And then TPing out as RTW will be like, oh, my stacks have gone. And that's all enabled by that deep observer ward on the high ground.
Burns.
Comes out from Navi.
I see Magnus going for Horn Toss, new ability from the Shard, which tosses people into the air for 0.6 seconds. They also have a Walrus Punch that tosses you into the air. Always want to fly, might get his wish granted.
Well, the Laguna Blade Saksa, a little bit too far forward. Navi really are playing as this 5-man unit. Global Silence to try and save General there as the Skewer was coming. Good cancel, so Seb couldn't pick off the General
comes
Slardar, and a nice crush there with the Silence as well. They've caught out Puck. Supernova to maybe win this fight for OG still. They're focusing it down though, and Iceberg with Always Wanna Fly. Get the job done. A double kill for the Silencer. Up to 12 permanent Angie stolen now.
Dire's top tower is
And I
under
feel like
attack.
the big factor here is still this V-Tune Phantom Assassin. 303, untouched, still scaling.
Yeah, this is something that they're relying on. I said that General needs to have a good time. He's really not having a one. Double Bracer, Phase Boots, Windlace, this Blink Dagger. He needs another 6-7 minutes if Navi's playing well, if they're winning fights. But the one thing they got going well for them is Phantom Assassin plus a Slaughter combination. If they kill 2-3 heroes, they can easily turn that into Roche. Phantom Assassin getting very close to that Desolator, just needs to buy one more Mithril Hammer, and with Battle Fury, like that should be pretty soon, 2-3 minutes. Blink is
Alright.
up on Mag.
Middle tower
Nice
is
move
under
by
attack.
Topson. Baiting Always Wanna Fly. He thought it was just the puck, and he was being tentative about whether he wants to, you know, stand his ground on the high ground there, or back away, and the entirety of OG were actually following through. General toying with RTW back in that triangle area. As Gyro's Aghanim Scepter's complete. Nothing changed with that, right? Still the side gunner, flak cannon.
The side gunner, yeah. Rocket Barrage upgrade. Hits an extra target and increases duration by 1 second. Sounds really good, especially if you pair that up with E-Blade.
Blink dagger, because we've got a couple of new blink kind of components, right? New blink items that we could build into.
Yeah, 3 new blink daggers. It was way too long. Like blink dagger since Dota 1 days. Like this has been pretty much the same item. I remember when 648B arrived. I think that was the patch in Dota 1 when blinks got cancelled. Before, you know, you receive damage, you're like, I don't give a crap, I'll just blink.
Yeah, just blink away from everybody.
Issues with the voice program that they've been using.
VTune's gonna go and make some tea. It's a cold evening. He wants to warm himself up. Try and keep those hands warm around a nice toasty mug.
That Iceberg says "Все норм, брат," which means it's all good, bro. I don't know what the other one means.
I have no idea either. Need a translator.
So yeah, for... Go ahead, Gary.
I was gonna say, she's like 1,000 gold away from Deso. Like 15 minutes in, VTune just continues to race ahead. But there's got to be some point where this PA is like, okay, guys, I'm gonna join in. I'll try and fight. But
once she gets that Deso, it's go time. Like they will probably try to smoke up. A global silence will be up again. 50 seconds. This is the standard stuff. You mentioned the item build on silencer. Like double or triple null, Rod of Atos to keep people in place. It's very good against Phoenix's dive. Tusk can't use the snowball. Magnus, Puck as well against the illusory orb. There was a change. I'm actually not sure the root mechanic against Puck where it got shifted around. So I think you can use illusory orb, but you cannot use banning rift. Yeah, I think that's the change.
Okay. Well, I was kind of wondering about whether PA has to wait a little bit longer, because General, he's had an all right game. The laning stage looked pretty good, but went back for phase boots after double bracer, the wand, gloves of haste there to maybe try and accelerate his farm a bit more. Blink dagger's pretty far away, and again, he is that one form of initiation that Navi has.
Yeah, he's investing so much into these cheap items, so Blink Dagger really delayed, and the laning stage didn't really go well for him.
Also has the shard queued up. Corrosive Haze applies for 5 seconds on units hit with Slithering Crush. So if he gets a big blink in, 3-4 man blink crush, applies Corrosive Haze to them, and then PA is whacking into them with the right clicks and the daggers.
And then PA level 25 with triple Stifling Dagger.
Oh.
Just AoE. Doesn't sound too bad, Gary.
Sounds pretty good. Gonna be slaughtering people. Oh, modern art, Lacoste. Navi, they've been practicing.
Oh.
Some beautiful stuff there.
I'd buy that for $100,000.
Just put Banksy's name on the bottom of it. No one can tell the difference.
I mean, Banksy's cool compared to some other artists that just, like, did someone just spill the paint on it?
Or did someone spill some baked beans on this piece of paper? Like, what is this? There's some interesting art out there as they coil up General, really stymieing his progress towards the blink. Topson dodges the light strike array, and General's going to turn around with Laguna Blade help from RodjER, and they clear through Topson. OG a little bit late to the party, trying to chase the Slardar back, but they won't catch him, will they? Maybe No Tail can burst through him, but another good crush. 2-1 charges. He's going to survive. Mid lane, though, the skewer back. Seb's there. LTW down. The save wasn't available, and the PA ready to join these battles even before Desolator. The Magnus in a lot of trouble, being cleaved in twain by VTune.
Here comes Papa Assassin. General, how far? Yeah, he's really far away from Roche Pit. They could have tried to maybe go for it, but this gave him a really good chunk of gold. Now he's 1,000 gold away from that. Blink Dagger, Phantom Assassin, 500, closing to that Deso. They need to be careful. They also need to start building some armor items. Puck finished that Witchblade that we talked about, which is gonna give him armor, Magnus, Lotus Orb, that's some extra armor, Tusk, Medallion. They need to tank up. Like, look at Phoenix, a casual Ring of Protection and the Plate Mail.
Absolutely right. Stack up that armor. Well, Dire scanning Roshan. Trying to make sure there's no sneakiness going on from OG. And it looks like a big group up from OG themselves. Without RP for a minute, cooldown's coming up in about 15 seconds. They do wander into the pit. Scan coming a little bit early. Are they really going to try this? They've got a decent amount of magic damage, and with tag team bursting through Roshan pretty quickly, Navi need to respond. No one here.
That's big. That's really big. Stealing Roshan from Phantom Assassin and Slaughter.
They're not moving.
Side Gunner, Medallion, tag team, they have enough damage, and Sunray was keeping them nice and healthy.
They've snuck it.
Definitely not a move that Navi expected them to go for.
Well, they expected it because they scanned it. It was just like 10 seconds too early. No one showing on the map from OG.
Amulet picked up by Gyrocopter, and he's like, I don't want that. That's too much text. Don't want to read it. I'll just go with the stuff that I know. Dragon Scale, that's armor.
Oh man,
sounds good.
Topson slaughtered. General does get picked off by Saksa and No Tail, but it's that big kill in the mid lane with AlWAYSWANNAFLY and V-Tune there getting straight on top of the puck. That's something that RTW will probably want though. Vambrace, no, he keeps the Dragon Scale. You were saying that armor is very valuable this match. And a bullwhip for PA.
Oh, Seb, can they find him? Seb blinks out.
Dragging himself into the trees. They know roughly where he is. RodjER shows on the creep wave. Seb cutting through the forest. He's found a hidey hole. Do Navi continue looking for him? RodjER is a man on a mission. He's found some cut trees. He's found the Seb Magnus. Blink TP.
He'll get
off to the right hand side. He misses just off the mark with a light strike array. That was literally on the edge.
Seb actually went for a long TP. He TP'd the tier 2 tower that someone already TP'd to.
Yeah, OG are getting ready to fight. There's a DD rune bottom that Gyro might be able to grab there. Positioning themselves to take down RodjER. Looks like a simple kill here with Saksa, Topson, both closing the gap fast enough. Lina does get deleted. Oh, Gyro going for Halberd after Ags. Still nobody found that DD rune though. Snowball towards AlWAYSWANNAFLY though, as Saksa gives him the punch. Half HP Oracle turns and burns with the Purifying Flames, but a cooldown and Dream Coil does catch out the Silencer of Iceberg. Phantom Strike away gets the PA back to safety, but they lose another 2 heroes. OG with these teamfight ultis so quick to snap into action, and a blink RP. Oh, Seb, he's missed out on General, trying to skewer back for the stuns. The big hit crit from V-Tune forces the Magnus to disengage.
Yeah, we talked about how Dota hasn't changed much, at least like the first impression. So everyone's just playing the same way, like as they did in the previous patch. Problem for Navi is they don't have the egg hitters. Like Lina.
Oh my god, Laguna Blade. Saksa's down. The Blink Crush. There it is. Onto RTW, trying to burst through the Aegis, and they get him. Topson in the meanwhile, dealing with RodjER. Lina's gone, and the dive forward. No Tail trying his hardest, but with no Supernova, can't stick around in the fight. So they keep going on RTW, and Gyro just being annihilated here as Navi do smoke from that mid lane, making a play to make OG pay.
We can feel the power of Slardar's Corrosive Haze, plus that Deso finished up on Phantom Assassin, and he goes for pretty much the same item build. Global Silence dropped on Puck.
Topson
Ghost Scepter
does pop the Ghost Scepter. Still gonna get right-clicked into Oblivion. V-Tune. Now the big heavy hitting crits come, and this is really great for V-Tune. Not only did he have a good early game, accelerating very fast, but hitting this timing around Deso and getting a lot of kills off it means the BKB, that next big item, comes that much faster.
Once he gets a BKB, doesn't need to care too much about the spells. There's Walrus Punch, there's like Supernova that goes through Magic Immunity, and the reverse polarity, but with Oracle behind you, you should be fine. There's also Glimmer Cape already on the Oracle, 3 healing cells, he found the Trust to Shovel, so a lot of synergy there. And finally, Slaughter has that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, and if you're playing Oracle, really don't be afraid to even just buy salves. Having that salve inside the False Promise, incredibly valuable, especially when you've got a single core lineup like this with the PA. Save her, dispel her, get that heal going. OG with another smoke. Again, they've got the green lights. All ultis ready. Full arsenal of abilities as they dive towards AlWAYSWANNAFLY. General blinks away over to the north side. OG find nothing.
No vision. They have no reveal. Phoenix is bringing some. Tusk also doesn't have it.
They'll see General in a second up on that top lane, but I don't think they can go for it. Sticking around for the mid-tier one instead.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Navi does not want to take a fight yet. PA getting very close to that BKB. If they had it, they'll probably just go in. 2k gold lead for OG, but you don't really feel it. It's a very even game, I would say.
It feels dead even, yeah. And if OG are able to plant themselves in this kind of position more often, where they're holding a high ground and waiting for Navi to make the move, having all of these big team fight ultis, definitely a big bonus for them. And where's Iceberg sitting right now? Middle of the pack net worth wise. Blink and that Rod of Atos. Global up at level 2. So we've got 5.25 seconds. That's a bit weird, the scaling of that spell. 4.5, 5.25, 6. 0.75 every level. Nice.
I'm just looking at Gyrocopter's talent tree. Level 15, minus 40 seconds cooldown, so...
I think it's been that for a while. 40 seconds reduction.
Changed. And here's the
Navi
smoke.
Smoking.
BKB
Absolutely.
PA, level 18.
She wants to make the jump onto the Phoenix here. The blink rush onto the two of them. It's great from General, blowing up No Tail. Fortune's End also catching Saksa, and the global silence means that he's down, dead to rights. Magnus in the meanwhile, Lotus Orb returned onto RodjER, but he's gone. The blink fall from PA finds RTW cleaving through and critting into the gyro. The cooldown's thrown. PA has to be wary of this. BKB is down. So with the Dream Call on under, the false process needed. The save from AlWAYSWANNAFLY comes, and Saksa stunned. RodjER gets the catch. Tusk is down with a dieback. General Iceberg running forward to the Rod of Atos, and they find RTW. That PA needs to make a move though. Either in or out. Will Topson be found?
Well, I say barely misses.
Thank you.
It's very hard for them, you know. If they go on these targets, Magnus has the Lotus Orb, so that's their only way of, you know, having something against the global silence. Great smoke from Navi. They found them in the correct place. Now they can go on a mid lane. Topson just trying to buy time. No Dream Coil for 30 seconds.
They have the supernova and they're going to force Navi back. Homing missile flying out towards General. And they're chasing for Iceberg though with the Sun Ray and the Waning Rift. They're actually burning through him fast enough. The gap close from OG, incredible there.
Radiant are
Bridging that distance.
Not there. He was on a mission to pick up some
Dire's
bounties.
top tower is under attack.
Oh, General Slardar slips away. OG again come to play in this high ground triangle. And ideally, they want this tier 2 bottom to fall. And then they can play that multi-pronged attack actually towards the Navi base.
AlWAYSWANNAFLY having a really good game. OG does not have that one hero that Oracle is really afraid of. They don't have that like instant jump, because Gyrocopter doesn't really want to be in the front line, especially right now because he's not tanky.
And you don't want to RP, you don't want to look for an RP on the Oracle.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because AlWAYSWANNAFLY is going to be playing from fog, hiding behind the PA. So it's going to come down to vision and whether or not Topson will be able to find him. Because E-Blade is up on that puck now. Which blade? E-Blade.
All the blades.
Another blade, please, Topson. Not a Yule Scepter. We can't go into Scepters after buying 2 blades.
We have a lot of blades in Dota. Ethereal, Diffusal,
Shadow.
Blade Mail, yeah, Abyssal Blade. Quelling Blade.
Blades of Attack. There's plenty
Blades of
of them.
Alacrity. We have all
Just
the
keep
blades.
going, mate.
I think they
Look at that Roche,
might be
man.
all right. Roche done. OG, no response. So Phantom Assassin picks up Aegis, Cheese. Who's holding it? Silencer.
Yeah, Iceberg needs that extra bit of tankiness on top of the Essence Ring.
Radiant's top tower
Given that
is
burst
under
regen
attack.
from the cheese. Sitting on 30 bonus int right now. Did go for the int steal talent, of course.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Easy top tier 1 for Navi. This is the same position we were explaining about OG. You know, opposing triangles. Dire wants to play into that Radiant one. Very nice, comfortable place to be. But OG are already there. Ready to defend their high grounds. A basher for PA now. V-Tune is stacked. 17,000 net worth up on him.
Elven Tunic picked up by Gyro. That's a new tier 3 item. Some attack speed, 16% evasion, a bit of movement speed.
Radiant's middle tower
That's it,
is
does
under
it?
attack.
Which one
Radiant
gives you
structures are
invisibility?
fortified.
E-Blade from Topson. I'm not sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What, a cloak that gives you invisibility? Sounds like
Radiant's
Harry Potter to
middle
me.
tower has fallen.
So many neutral items now. There are plenty of them. Ceremonial robe is mana. Active cloak, 25-second cooldown, causes you to become invisible for 6 seconds. That's pretty cool. And we did see the Penta-Edged sword come out in that last series as well. Doom was running around with a very demonic sword. 45 damage, 80 melee attack range.
Doom with Penta-Edged sword, drawing pentagrams.
Yeah, on his opponents.
That's lore for you.
Very fitting. OG looking at this next fight very delicately. They know they need some real perfect execution to be able to catch out this PA, 3 times basically with Aegis and BKB. But the jump is in from General, finding Seb. Dive there, but the global silence stops any supernova plays. And Iceberg's made the move onto that. Poor Phoenix blown up with buyback available though. Now No Tail, he'll pop over the cooldown coming. Sansa has to have a cheese on. But Sansa's blown up by a dagger. Supernova's down, the blink RP. Seb, he's got them both. Drags them in, and that's beautiful from OG. Executing wonderfully, ignoring the PA. Now she comes back in, but Puck has jaunted to an orb off the other way.
Now they're
Skewering
chasing. They
forward.
want V-Tune. Where's the blink?
Phantom Strike range. 300 range, but they've got the E-Blade. Turn with the BKB. The buyback from the Oracle now. Seb getting jumped on. Has a Lotus Orb as the pushback there. Topson dealing with the Sladar's Blink Crush initiation. And I think the Puck's all right. Still trying to orb forward. They want this PA real badly. They know that Navi do not have the backup necessary to keep V-Tune going. Oracle's too far away. But there's the jump.
There's the
Radiant's
crit.
bottom
There's the
tower is
godlike.
under attack. Radiant
V-Tune
are
shuts it
standing.
all down as OG decide to spread and separate. They get taken out.
Phantom Assassin was a bit afraid in that fight. Like, didn't get the good jump, only managed. I don't think she even killed Tusk there because he
Money to
was
burn.
snowballing to the side. They also had the ward on the high ground, so the vision should be there for her to get a good jump, especially with the Aegis, but Silencer maybe a bit too aggressive, blinked in, and was forced to use the cheese, but very nice RP response from Mag.
It was really nice.
Fortune.
It's still an unkilled and unkillable Phantom Assassin, though. Aegis for 1 minute. BKB 8-second duration for this next charge. Silencer also buying a BKB of his own. Eyeing up that
LTW.
top lane gyrocopter, yeah.
Has a shard already and going for E-Blade that we mentioned, like the kite potential, the damage amplification on the targets. Sounds like a really good item on Gyro. And
The
that the
smoke
star.
from OG. They spot him, they jump in, they make the dive. V-Tune trying to focus them down, but there's the escape from Puck. Phase shifting, Lotus Orbing away. And V-Tune's BKB is wearing out now. Dangerous situation for Navi, trying to bring the rest of the cavalry in, but the global silence comes and the false promise is there. V-Tune saved up and they found the Phoenix in the back. Light strike rate is stunned, so there's no ulti coming. Supernova Man down, and they are focusing towards the jump. a good dream course, snapped back by that. Magnus with a 2-man OP as well. V-Tune and AlWAYSWANNAFLY being cleared through, but they can't finish the PA. Still holding Aegis, jumping off the step, a beyond godlike Phantom Assassin, and V-Tune is going to heal up from the Aegis too as he clears through them all. The triple kill for V-Tune. Topson gets a triple kill as well, but it's Navi who killed 5, while OG killed 4. 9 heroes are dead.
9 heroes dead, Gary. Phantom Assassin getting all that juicy XP for herself. Will be level 25 in the next minute and decides to go for Nullifier, which I really like, you know, just removing the Empower on the target and those 2 E-blades that can cause some issues. Finally, you know, we see Phantom Assassin going in. They still had a minute left on that Aegis before the fight started. So next Roche may respawn in 2.5 minutes.
Has fallen.
This is gonna be a big fight. Like, if they get the Cheese Aegis +1, they're probably praying for Aghanim Scepter.
Absolutely. It is the Ags patch after all. We had the Aghanim's Labyrinth, and he's been handing out goodies like Santa Claus to all these heroes in this patch. Cloak of Flames was just picked up by PA, but it looks like she's going to hand that over to somebody else. Slardar takes it for the armor, magic resistance, and of course that passive immolation. What else is there? Quiver on Silencer, Mindbreaker PA. A new Psychic Headband. 12% intelligence, 100 cast range, Psychic Push, which we saw from the Puck earlier on, but Puck decides the Elven Tunic is more his style rather than a tiara.
I like this Cloak of Flames stuff. Imagine if we have Radiance on top of that on a melee hero like Spectre.
Oh, Topson. Look at General. He's got the Blink Crush, but a good phase shift fast from Topson. E-blades up onto someone. Fortune's End onto the PA, but they don't get the jump they needed. So both Saksa and Topson are going to be blessing their lucky stars. They were able to get out there unscathed.
Scanning. Radiant are scanning.
Any big items inside of OG? Like Phoenix getting closer to that Lotus Orb, which will help them have like second way of dispelling things. Mag has one. Blink Dagger picked up on a Tusk. Tusk still struggles, because once they get the good initiation and the global silence, he can't go in, because he does not have way of dispelling things for himself.
You know, in the draft you were asking about break mechanics. Is there a reason here OG, you know, I guess can't go for one against the PA? No Silver Edge, no anything like that?
Well, Phantom Assassin has a built-in break with Fan of Knives. Well, that's the ability from old Warcraft 3, like Mordred had it, right? Yeah. Oh man, we know that Ice Frog was working on this patch really hard. You know, people still doubting he's there. We get the Dota 1 abilities, Dota 1 names back, so yeah, it's definitely him. He's there. He's not gone.
What was the first version you remember playing?
I don't know. I played Tides of Blood. I played Aeon of Strife. That was pre-Dota, and then
Three
Dota
Corridors.
And then I started playing it. Yeah.
Yeah, there were loads of versions of it. Cause that old, the old loading art, you know, in the river with like Slardar and stuff. That's still ingrained in my memory forever. I think it was like 5.84C or something. A long, long time ago. Oh, RTW breaks the high ground. Navi, they saw him. Observer and sentries there. Perfect vision for Navi here over OG, but look at the positioning from the rest of them. No-Tail, Seb, Topson, all pretty distant, waiting for Roshan to respawn in 1 minute.
Silencer also picked up the Shard, which gives him one more bounce, dealing 50% of the damage on the glaives.
It's hefty. Big old punches. The jump in with the crush. BKB's out from Bichu. Trying to blow up RTW, but the good save coming in from from the Tusk, sorry. As the Supernova's there from No-Tail, they zone back Navi. No one gets taken down, but with Iceberg arriving now,
still
he is
available.
moving forward, and you're right, he's holding the ulti with the BKB ready. Iceberg stands at half HP, throws the global now, and V-Tune blows up by RTW. Big slice down on the gyro. The two-man RP from Seb, but it's being used up. Topson tried to arrive with Saksa there as well, but General, the re-initiation from the slaughter. They do find the Sansa at long last, but V-Tune still going. The Phantom Assassin, hungry for blood. Light Strike Ray misses, and now chasing towards that Oracle of AlWAYSWANNAFLY. And RTW with his buyback needs to make it worthwhile. Seb's forward, misses the shockwave, catching, no, missing with the skewer, and RodjER, that's an optimistic TP.
They have nothing
but he's
to
successful.
TP with, and V-Tune on bottom will cut the creep wave. Oh, triple Stifling Dagger, like
Dire's
coup de
bottom
grace,
tower is
chance
under
got
attack.
nerfed. It was 10% before, so he goes for a different talent. Yeah, this is a combination that we actually
Dire's
mentioned
bottom
before.
tower is
Slaughter
under
also
attack.
picked up his shard, so
Yeah.
it causes Corrosive Haze to be applied for 5 seconds. The units hit
Dire's
with
bottom
Slither
tower
and
has
Crush
fallen.
with the triple Stifling
Dire's
Dagger,
turret
man.
has
That's
been killed.
actually pretty cool.
Iceberg fights back. E-Blade coming through, but General, the big man with a big crush, finds the takedown, and they're going to slay them all. 3 heroes in a row for V-Tune, continuing this beyond godlike streak. 16-0-11. V-Tune's going to have himself this.
So hype, you know, to see the new patch. Like, yeah, can't wait for Phantom Assassin and Sven to get nerfed. Well, here's your Phantom Assassin once again.
What now,
They
haters?
get- Yeah, what do they get? Is that
Refresher shard.
refresher? Okay. Ice Frog keeping things
Radiant's
balanced, you
middle
know.
tower is
If
under
Phantom
attack.
Assassin picked up that Aghanim Scepter, would have been rough.
That'll learn ya. That'll learn ya.
And this is going to be tier
Radiant's
2,
middle tower
potentially
has
a lane of barracks as well,
Radiant's
because
middle
Puck
tower
doesn't
is
have
under
buyback. Topson's down still for 40 seconds. No Tail has the Aghanim's shard, so these Fiery Spirits, they are constant.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But the amount of heals coming in for V-Tune means this tier 3 is dead to rights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
RTW is going to try with homing missiles to slow the push. Tier
Radiant's
3
middle
down and
tower
Navi
has
not
fallen.
committing.
I think
No need to risk anything on the racks.
Radiant are scanning.
I think Aghanim Shard should be more visible. Like, it's just 3 blue dots. Not that easy to spot, especially if there's like blue stuff, or let's say Lena. Like her
Radiant's
Laguna
bottom
Blade is
tower
blue, the
is
mana
under
pool
attack.
is blue. She had like 2 more items in the last slots.
I still keep looking for the, the buff
The
icon.
buff on in the status board, yeah. Bar, not board.
Bar board, same thing. Seb smoked up. Yeah, with the rest of them actually. No Tail, Saksa, ILTW. Topson clearing out the bottom wave. Good positioning from Navi though, holding the staircase. Waiting for any sneakiness here from OG. And Phantom Assassin's the only one to show on the map right now, still with Aegis BKB.
Spell Prism dropped by both teams. They're gonna get it. Puck definitely taking one to lower the cooldown on his abilities. It got nerfed. Now it's 18%. Before it was 20.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
ILTW with a very close TP there, near the edge of vision from Navi. I think they pinged him out and did see him on the way out. And OG trying to get out of their base.
That's actually sick build-up for Silencer, because he can get Gleipnir from Rod of Atos and Maelstrom. And it gives you, like... It roots all enemies. So Tusk can't use save, there's no skewer, there's no dive. And deals damage also.
And it's in an AoE, right?
Yeah, and it also works really well with your shard. Or the Glaze of Wisdom bounce. Like, it might actually work where you get, like, the proc also from Maelstrom from the second bounce.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to be cool. First time I've seen
Just
that item
theory
come out.
crafting, maybe it doesn't work, but I believe it should work.
Jump in, V-Tune, he makes the move, finds the gyro, global comes, and RTW is being blown up. No buyback for him. Navi now with a perfect avenue to take game 1. 110 seconds with no gyrocopter.
That's their
OG.
damage. Without Gyro for a full 2 minutes, I don't think they can take the fight. DD.
It's a good skewer back. EA though, still moving forward with the Aegis pop. They do take her first life, and there is no BKB here. So General needs to make the move in the global with a 2-man crush, finding Saksa, bringing down Topson. They're all falling. The dominoes come tumbling down as Navi push them over, and OG, they're gonna be taken out here in game 1.
That's such a sick combo, actually.
Set.
Crush RP, but instant Yule Scepter.
Immediate response from Navi. They tried. They went for the play. They even brought back Saksa, but General, he's still in there with a blink BKB, and GG is called.
Oh, great performance from Navi. I think they are onto something, like with the itemization, with the hero combination once again.
With the PA Slardar.
With the PA Slardar, if you still don't know what to pick, just go with the Phantom Assassin. Still feels broken when combined. And you know, we were buffing those numbers quite up, and ended up in being the stack meta, so we had to tone it down a bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. But also interesting between the Storm and Puck is going to be that kind of awkward timing for the Storm, and the Puck's build so far from Topson has very much been double null, Urn, E-Blade, so we might see Puck shift back into the old school, you know, Yule Scepter, which is kind of more consistent against the Storm Orchid initiation.
You think so? I mean, it's Topson after all.
You never know. Might happen. Oh, look at this. Double Spirit ban, Earth and Ember. Anti-Mage gone as Navi banned that one out. And some focus there onto V-Tune by OG, right? The PA we mentioned, Drow Range is something he's definitely been successful with recently. Potentially, you know, like a Lifestealer or something could be another tempo hero here, along with Storm Spirit that could look very good for Navi.
Yeah. I'm not sure why they banned out Ember Spirit. To me, it feels like OG would not go for it. Like, Ember Spirit is okay as a hero, especially with some new items introduced that he benefits from. But having Puck as the mid lane and Ember Spirit as the safe lane, like, you can never finish the game. Like, you can't just kill the towers, and with the Keeper of the Light, that's gonna be a problem. So OG picks up the Lifestealer. They have a vehicle in Puck right now. Rubik.
And they block V-Tune from having it. Like, that seems like a very
that's big.
deliberate block pick. Navi still not showing off what V-Tune's hero is going to be. Rubik Chen, age-old combo, really great telekinesis into like War Stomp from Centaur. Good all-round position 4 there. Should be a solid hero. I say position 4, and that's a big fat lie. It's probably going to be the AlWAYSWANNAFLY pos 5. Right?
Yes, exactly. And there's going to be Chen, played by RodjER. I want to see some more active position 4. Like, Clockwork doesn't seem too good against Rubik, against Chen and Storm, so they might fall back to Tusk once again.
Ooh. Quite often the no-tail hero, that Enigma, so maybe it's the Kotl for Saksa.
I still feel you play Kotl as 5. Might be wrong, like, this is a new patch, and they have no abilities. Beastmaster's still available. I think you just get Beastmaster here. Decent laner against the Lifestealer. You will eventually need a BKB piercing ability, and it's general one of the most played heroes.
And so good with that Hawk to give vision, catching out any heroes hiding away in the fog, so Storm Spirit can make those jumps in to catch targets. And if you have Beastmaster Chen, you've got the makings of a Zoo strat there as well. Tons of tower push from your offlaner and your pos 4. Lots of sustain if they go for those aura items. Necrobook, Vlad's, Solar Crest, Mech on the Chen.
What about Core Venge? I think this is something that Venge will be played. Fits the role, because you want to farm that Aghanim Scepter, all the XP that you get while you're dead. You get it back once you respawn, and you have Illusion to play with.
That can cast spells, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the counter to Lifestealer, the Ursa Warrior. Stack up those Fury swipes. And he had a couple of changes recently in that patch.
He got buffed. Like, I believe Overpower mana cost got buffed.
10 seconds
like, less,
and the cooldown.
Cost less mana, and the cooldown, and the more slow on the Earth Shock. And there's this cool interaction with New Shard where he gets, I think every 6th hit, he gets enraged for 1 second.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I can't believe I actually remembered that, because usually I need to read patch notes like 100 times to just get into everything. Like, the first thing I do when the patch comes out, if I'm not casting like yesterday, I just go into the demo mode and test everything, like every single change, to see how it goes. Then I start thinking about, you know, to see the
theory
interactions.
crafting.
Yeah, just try to theory craft. And yeah, the 2 heroes that I suggested, Tusk banned out by Navi, which is just great save, you know, and they needed that position 4 to be more active, especially with Enigma, so they can actually run also a tri-lane. Beastmaster on the other side banned by OG, the BKB piercing ability, the Hawk that you mentioned that provides the vision, gives Storm Spirit a really good jump potential.
Oh, and a Bat ban coming out as well, just covering their bases. But yeah, thinking back to the Enigma series, they had Disruptor with his Ag Shard, which gives you like attack speed and move speed and stuff like that. With Ursa, you know, you could have potentially gone for his. There's some cool little combos between, you know, heroes getting these
10
dual
seconds
cores
remaining.
with Aghanim shards going. Final ban for
5
OG.
seconds remaining.
Still looking for that position 3 hero on Navi. There's no Slardar, no Beastmaster.
Navi's
Still
turn
could
to
think of,
pick.
like the Tide Hunter or something along those lines as they take out the Night Stalker.
I mean, if they... I don't think they can get the BKB piercing ability anymore from the offlane, so they might try to focus more
OG's turn
on
to
just the
pick.
laning stage and a team fight. Okay, another General classic. Like, General's hero pool is pretty big. Like, when you think about him, yeah, there's Batrider, there's Beastmaster, there's Pangolier. These are the heroes, that he really loves to play and just spams them every single time he can.
Select your heroes.
Oh, and a Sand King for OG. I'm curious to see how they give these players and heroes around.
All right, they're swapping things around. Saksa will be position 4, Keeper of the Light, getting the farm priority over No-Tail's Enigma, and Sand King as the off lane. So they need to bring a sentry to this lane. I think you start with the Caustic Finale on Sand King, just push out the wave, and you don't care too much about the Ursa's harassment. Pangolier into Puck doesn't sound too great, like the leash mechanic, the silences, he could struggle up a bit.
Yeah, he could. And, General there, a couple of buffs over on that Pangolier. Shield crash damage, mana cost, both being buffed. And the cooldown on it as well. Getting a new little Aghanim shard ability, the roll up. And also, looking at this all matching up, there's the Rubik against the Enigma, which OG have kind of picked into. But a lot of team fights still for OG. Burrow Strike, Epicenter, Black Hole with a Dream Coil. And we'll see exactly what Saksa decides to build on that Keeper of the Light. As Navi going into this game 2, again with more of this timing hit rather than the big wombo combos, which OG are so much favoring. Holding a rose in his teeth there, Pango. Ever the Saksa's Keeper of the Light, shiny.
I've read a comment somewhere that new hero looks like the son-daughter of Pangolier plus who did I? It was Wind Ranger. Yeah. Kind of makes sense.
Does it? Does it make sense? Look at us.
Well, to me it does. Well, we don't know if it's a ferret, if it's a squirrel.
A weasel or a fox. It's some kind of animal.
Could be. Oh, Weasel. IR Weasel.
Oh.
What a cartoon.
Because I am
You
Weasel,
don't need
I are
fans for the
Baboon.
victory dance. Baboon is better than Weasel.
Oh my god. Was that Nickelodeon?
No, that was Cartoon Network.
What's Cartoon Network? There's 2 Angry Otters as well, Ren and Stimpy. Man, you just had major flashbacks in my head right now for
They're
Cartoon
not
Network and
otters, they're
Nickelodeon.
beavers.
Beavers, oh my god.
It's fine.
My apologies. I have severely misstepped there, my dear sir.
Yeah. So Solar Bind, duration 7 seconds, slow per 100 units, from 4% to 8.5, magic resist reduction, that's pretty big, and the cast range seems okay.
That's how it's done.
Like 700, you need to be relatively close.
It's got a very similar icon to Chakra Magic, which is a bit upsetting. They both look incredibly similar. Spirit form is a grumpy old picture of Mr. Keeper of the Light. As top lane, they're going to find RTW swiping in there with the Ursa Warrior, General V-Tune, and the final touch actually coming through from RodjER. Chen gets first blood.
So they might actually lane Ursa against the Lifestealer. That's something that we didn't mention. Let's see. Yeah, Navi V-Tune actually gonna lane against them. So we might see some swapperoos. And this benefits Navi because you can't, have better lanes, especially when there's Chen. So he started with the Penitence. We'll get probably Holy Persuasion then on level 2.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can teleport Chen bottom and then bring the Ursa. And then if Lifestealer TPs, the Ursa
Exactly.
then TPs to match, right?
Yeah, so Seb walked, so they can have that TP rotation if they need. He still didn't skill anything. Orb of Venom Slow plus Penitence.
Oh, has to burrow strike to the safety of the tier 1.
That's not feeling good. Like, this kind of ruins your whole purpose when you picked him. So they might see still, you know, some swaps coming out to the bottom lane. General just collecting the XP. Saksa still not skilling anything.
Interesting. Well, not swapping their lanes around just yet. Of course, you said waiting for that level 2 on the Chen. And that mid lane for Topson, my goodness. 7-0 start for the Puck. Already a great beginning there and forcing an early salve out of Iceberg as he's chipped away at a lot of that HP already. And it's not going to get any better, is it? You said like halfway through the draft, Puck against Storm Spirit. Iceberg's probably going to have a rough game against all of that control with Waning Rift and Dream Coil.
I was about to say something really dumb, like, yeah, Blinding Light to snap the coil. This is not the ability anymore, so.
Greetings!
It's hard to
big
get
combos.
used to new stuff.
Oh, thank God.
And there's so much new stuff for this wonderful patch. Blightstone's being built on both teams by the position 4s too. You know, Chen has one, Kotal has one. So looking for that harassment in lane. Try and get a few more bits of damage onto these off-lane heroes. And No Tail just hiding away up top. Wants to try and move over to that pull camp. As Rubik does TP bottom. Pairing up with the General for now. Finds out that his large camp is completely empty.
I think they're just waiting for Chen to hit level 2 to be able to bottom and make the lanes that they want. Ursa also having a really good time. Let's see if Seb is going to be level 2. Yeah, after this creep wave. Still holding a point to see where he needs to like either live with the Sandstorm or if he wants to put more pressure with the Caustic.
Greetings!
And then there's RodjER just dragging back the wave with a good pull.
Oh, that...
Always want to fly? What is What is that?
That's
Jeez
the
Louise.
spell. That's Solar Bind.
That is some bizarre looking spell. Always want to fly, you know, nearly dying to it. And Saksa trying to go for the Illuminate play through the trees. But a good little dodge there from the Rubik. Oh, Courier Snipe not coming.
So the more you move, the more you shake.
Yeah, show me what you're working with. Always want to fly. Oh, Saksa, can he stop the pull? Topson dies in the mid lane. Iceberg gets some revenge for that early game pressure. The first minute and a half looked pretty bad for the Storm, but that 1-1-1 build we've seen so much and love. Storm Spirit gets the takedown.
Great kill by Storm Spirit. No one is dying. Look at this spell,
Always
man.
wanna fly.
Always wanna fly. It's 120 move speed, level 1. Yeah, all right, I'm calling it out right now.
Stop
This
running.
is gonna get nerfed. This spell is so annoying. What's the cooldown on it? 22 seconds, and it scales down to 16.
Oh, that's pretty cute. So good when you've got like open wounds and this lifestealer who can struggle to stick on targets. The ability to fight people and allow them to munch on them. It's a pretty good pairing.
Yes.
Lifestealer.
And it looks so powerful.
Dire's structures.
It's
are
like
fortified.
Omni-Knight using 100 heals on you.
Look at an ion cannon flying down from the sky. It's like Mystic Flare, but Keeper of the Light has it to slow people down.
Radiant structures.
Oh, I can't. Well, actually, I can't
fortified.
wait. Kotal plus Skywrath, Mystic Flare plus this Solar Bind. Imagine all the flashing lights. New Year's Eve at midnight, someone's going to play it. Fireworks everywhere.
My holiness hides me.
So Storm Spirit forced out of the lane, double null, Fairy Fire, and has a bottle charge. Once Puck gets level 6, we might still see
Radiant's
rotation
courier
coming
has
up
been
from one of the
killed.
heroes, possibly Saksa. What I would love to see from
Radiant's
Navi in this
courier
game
has
is
been
that
killed.
Always Wanna Fly gets farm priority instead of Chen, because he's playing against some really nice spells to steal, especially Enigma, so might be able to, you know, do much more if he has that one extra item.
Oh wait, Chen can't use Divine Favor on allied heroes until he gets the Aghanim Shard?
Oh,
Yeah, Aghanim Shard allows Divine Favor to be cast on allies, teleporting them back home after 6 seconds.
Well, someone didn't do the homework.
Iceberg about to drop in the mid lane. He turns on Topson though. Another Remnant, not dodged. One more hit from Saksa, but he gets out of there with a ball lightning. Cracks level 6, and he's out of there. While bottom lane, LTW chased by General and all gonna fly. It is Navi suddenly spinning out 2 big kills.
Iceberg, he was afraid to go and try to pick up that rune. It was like maybe someone is there, possibly Enigma, because Enigma was not showing on the map. Oh, that's pretty big, you know. That's actually a huge nerf to Chen.
Thank you, chat, by the way. I'm paying attention. I'm watching. RodjER up at top lane. Chen caught inside the sandstorm. And No Tails there to help Seb secure up a kill. So it's a great thing when we've got these new patches. You know, we can learn 5–10% of it. There's a lot to read, but chat, they know everything. There's so many of you, you can teach us.
Well, the thing about it is you know, soak all the information. You're watching someone stream, you're playing the game, you're you know, watching a Reddit thread about something, some combination. So it's a learning experience for all of us. Don't be too harsh on us, chat, because it's a new one for us as well.
Again, Iceberg onto Topson, but he throws the Dream Coil the Storm's way, snaps the coil. Iceberg's gonna get blown up as Saksa's rotation with that Illuminate clears through the storm. And Topson, with some fresh urn charges and a double damage rune,
Middle tower is under attack.
could be looking to rotate, but doesn't have the coil, so a little bit difficult.
Dire's top tower
It's tough
is
for him.
under
I mean,
attack.
he got 1 kill, and then it's just a rotation. Puck might actually get even a solo kill on him because of that leash mechanic, keeping him in place
Dire's top
for a
tower
very
is
long
under
time.
attack.
How's V-Tune doing? Doing
Very well.
Really good. Yeah, top lane.
Still gonna get caught inside the sandstorm, trying to Earthshock away. Look at
Radiant
that.
are scanning.
The shiny lights coming down from Keeper, slowing him a touch. He'll go back into the jungle. Maybe someone can just bring himself a salve or something. Treads into Battle Fury for the Ursa Warrior. Looks like the build he's going to be going for. And they never ended up swapping their lanes. Yeah. Keeping General against the Lifestealer seems like it's gone okay for Navi so far.
Keeper of the Light, his Aghanim Shard is Illuminate heals for 40% of the damage that it does. So I really expect him that he's gonna get that item, like possibly a Glimmer Cape, and maybe that get a shard. It's only during the daytime.
Yeah, that's true. And then you've got the Spirit form as well, giving you the Illuminate from that Spirit coming out.
Stupendous!
Channeled up by a separate one. Keeper of the Light with recall. It's like they remove it from Chen, give it to his Aghanim Shard, put one back on the Keeper of the Light. We really are going back to old school Dota days. 8-minute
love
rune
it.
about to spawn up.
You know, I've been playing Dota for what, 15, 16 years? I don't
Radiant's middle
recall
tower is under
correctly,
attack.
but it's nice to see like all of these old abilities, some of the names, like the spells that we kind of grow up with are back there again in our favorite game.
Yeah, they sure are. They need to bring back the secondary hero names though.
For sure. Fuzzy Wuzzy on the top lane, farming nicely, and he gets that Possessed Mask. For those who don't know, that's Ursa's name.
Oh,
Sand
King.
1 days.
With the Dream Coil helping out, that General Pango was in way too deep.
Too far.
General? Let me just double click on him to be sure that he died near tier 3 tower 8 minutes in.
He did. He was hunting the Enigma, trying to kill off Eidolons, and then Sand King with Puck both rotating. Made sure it was cut short. Storm rushing that Orchid as we expect. Thinking about a play in towards mid because the orb has been expended, so a ball lightning, waning rift away. Still gonna go for this though as Iceberg now gives up. TP from Saksa scares away the rest of Navi because AlWAYSWANNAFLY and General, they were both nearby, ready with Telekinesis and Rolling Thunder to force a fight.
Wait, so Keeper of the Light actually has recall now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Like, Keeper of the Light is back. Where's my Dakota Cox? Coddle guy. You know, he might start to play professionally.
The next label play.
Come back with a good old Coddle, yeah. It's going to be super nice having that potential for a hero like Puck, who is so elusive and good for pushing out side lanes, and then bringing it into the team fight when need be. Pango, General, he's in the same place again, a bit of deja vu. Still only level 6 on him, while Seb has managed to crack level 8 already. What is General doing? What's his plan here?
Yes.
Good question. I said that they need to give always want to farm priority. Maybe that's that. You know, he's just buying time. Always want to fly, farming on the bottom lane, getting, or at least trying to get his level 6.
More DD rune, Dream Call on 2. Good waning rift and Sam's in with the Sandstorm. Looks for the burrow onto the storm. Hand of God from Chen buys a bit of time, and Iceberg turns to fight with his Chen creeps. They slap into Seb.
Look at his status bar on Storm. Jelly,
Look at this Pango.
DD, Overload, Bottle.
He's coming in with a Roaring Thunder. He wants No Tail real bad. The level 5 Enigma, again surrounded by the Chen creeps as Topson, waning rift forward, finds the Rubik. Always want to fly down to half HP, but they turn around on them with a lift.
Oh,
and Topson, they slow down the Pango, and in comes Storm again. DD rune still going, taking down Saksa with a quick little hit. Topson finds the trade and a killing spree, and now the waning rift to the high ground with the phase shift there. He's got urn charges, dodging through the damage, but Iceberg, the kill is there. A double for the Storm Spirit. Didn't miss on that attack.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That was pretty big. Storm Spirit.
Dire's top
I
tower
mean, he almost
is
has
under
enough money.
attack.
Yeah, that's actually enough to
Radiant's
buy
bottom
full
tower
Orchid.
is under
Double null
attack.
bottle, full Orchid. Also has this Fairy Trinket, level 1, that kind of fits Storm's profile. Some
Radiant's
HP, some
middle
spell
tower
damage,
is under
and
attack.
mana cost
Dire's
reduction,
top
which he
tower
really loves to
has
have.
fallen.
It's huge. And then falls back on a stack, which he's going to be able to farm up a real nice amount of money there. And he's already got his Orchid done.
Were you watching? That's how it's done.
Another one of those moments where Navi, flicks that switch of aggression from a weird move like General was like in this dire triangle, then suddenly he's mid lane ganking.
OG will need to be careful about Roche taking potential that Navi has. Like
Dire's
the
middle
Aura's
tower
mech
is
is
under
already
attack.
done on Chen. Ursa has that lifesteal from Possessed Mask. Like this is actually a very valuable tier 1
the
item
Orchid.
for Ursa.
Poor ILTW. Can't get away from that. He's got
Dire's
phase
bottom
boots,
tower
Midas,
is under
and
attack.
Iceberg with this Orchid is starting to make them pay for that little bit of greed. Smoke from the other 3 though. Topson, Seb, Saksa moving out from that mid lane, trying to catch onto General. The Pangolier being shredded with that Illuminate and the Orb.
Is under attack.
Substantial magic damage and a coil now, actually in onto Always on a fly, but he's under the Sandstorm, pushed out. Gets caught by the blinding light from this ghost form of the Cottle, and they're diving in under tier 1, slowing the Rubik, but he's still alive, and Storm zips in, finds the jump with the Orchid, the silence and the damage. It looks like it's enough to pop Topson.
It is.
Dire's top tower is under
It's
attack.
actually enough damage. Meanwhile, all that's happening, Ursa just pushing the top lane, farming, and I believe that's a 13-minute battle fury. This game looking really good for, like... Look at the item build. Abyssal Bait. Straight by Ursa. He knows, like, I need to lock down these units, like Lifestealer, Puck, we have a bit of a limited lockdown, so I'll just get a Basher, and this is your kind of cover once Enigma, if it gets down to that he's gonna get a BKB eventually, but not looking good this game. No Tail at the bottom of net worth, 1600 gold only.
Yeah, buying his first null of the game coming. We said that we were kind of happy that there weren't, map changes and maths changes.
Yeah, love it.
The one thing that I'm a little bit sad about is that Radiant Ancient Camp and the difficulty you have stacking it. Like the box, it feels
got
like
fixed.
It still feels like it's a little bit too far up though.
It's easier to stack, that's what Patch said.
A little easier to stack, okay.
I think Gary Icefrog probably knows better than you, so I'll just trust Icefrog.
Fine.
Radiant are
I'll take that to
scanning.
heart. I will trust Icefrog. I just know that in the last patch, I hated it. Storm Zip, they scan, they find the Lifestealer with an Orchid there, but they burrow and Black Hole. Iceberg and V-Tune both caught inside. They'll tick down the Storm. V-Tune's still in there, and they've stolen out the Malefice. Always Wanna Fly doesn't get the big Black Hole he wanted, while Seb, infested with the Lifestealer, turns around with the bomb onto Rubik, catching him out with the Lifestealer popping out. They'll find Always Wanna Fly.
Great bait, mate. I rate 8 out of 8. Definitely a good bait from OG. They read that movement really well. And they had no observer boards to scout things out, so they knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, he knew what was coming. Great turnaround. That's Iceberg giving away a decent chunk of change there. 500 gold almost to Seb. So that puts Sand King now a little closer to the Yule Scepter he's aiming for. I think he was considering Veil. He's got a crown, but decides to go for... Oh, no, never mind. He actually has it finished. Holy crap. Where did that come from? Blink and Veil on Sand King. 6,000 net worth. Seb, after that first move where he had to go Burrow Strike level 1, has made a tremendous comeback.
And that's an easy Roche. They know there's no black hole. I'm not sure if OG can take this fight. It's already down.
They're still smoked up. Trying to scout out anybody showing here from Navi. Storm Spirit offers himself in towards the mid lane. But Chen has mech with Hand of God, so difficult to bring any of these targets from 100 to 0. As Storm just zips in aggressively onto No-Tail. Telekinesis is there, they need the heal. A bit of touch from the Hand of God, and the Storm Spirit will lose the Aegis though, and OG thinking about retreating, but it's Rolling Thunder from General, catching RTW in the back, so the Lifesteal Caustic on target, and the ball in again from Iceberg, finding the Lifestealer, Seb with a great Burrow Strike, but it's nowhere near enough to keep them alive, and a stolen Burrow Strike. Always on a fly, again, on his head, it gets turned. Seb slain by V-Tune's Ursa, while Topson found by Iceberg off to the right-hand side. Saksa going for a TP. Will he survive?
Oh, no.
4 heroes down from OG, but nearly a 5-man wipe.
They lost the Aegis straight away, but won a team fight. Will take a tier 1 tower. I think OG needs Black Hole to be more threatening in a team fight. And General, what a build. Straight into pipe, just a magic wand pipe against Puck, against Sand King, Keeper of the Light. It works really, really well here.
Yeah. Yeah, with mech, with Hand of God, with pipe, you've got so much sustain and damage mitigation. So awfully difficult to bring down Iceberg. And then Ursa on top of it, you know, Enrage with a Basher and a possessed mask for Ursa Warrior. You were talking about that item being pretty good for Morphling, for, you know, Phantom Assassin. Not too shabby on the Ursa Warrior either.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Does that work on Fury Swipes? Fury Wipes.
Radiant's
Do you think that works on Fury Swipes damage as well?
Possibly. I mean, there's gonna be a lot for us to learn in this patch. I'm glad that, you know, XP gold stayed the same. Roche, we didn't touch Roche, just that he gains more armor. So, like, we need to focus on some interaction between the items. Fairy's Trinket still held by Storm Spirit, has Arcane Rune.
Oh,
He'll definitely need a BKB. Like, once he gets a BKB, they have nothing but the Black Hole to keep him inside.
Chen waiting for that level, not 20th minute, not level 20, waiting another 2 minutes for the Aghanim Shard to come up, and that's going to give him that Divine Favor, cast on allies, teleport them home after 6 seconds, potentially saving them out from danger.
Under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is
and that's going to give Storm the opportunity to ball lightning very aggressively, take, you know, immediate pick-offs on people, then get teleported home for that refresh on his HP and mana.
I've been wanting.
Dire's top
OG with the mid-tier 1, grouping up heavily as 5 down in that southern portion of the map.
Is under attack.
Topson.
You would want to have that combo from Chen earlier. Maybe they were even not aware of this, so he's still farming that Aghanim Shard. Has enough money to actually buy it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Topson's got a TP top and address that lane. Navi with a sweeping smoke back through to their side of the map, finding Saksa. And Storm Spirit, Vortex, doesn't have it. Well, he did, onto an illusion.
Here I am.
Dire are scanning.
Lifestealer making a hasty retreat with that TP.
Everyone needs to get out. Seb, still in the trees, has a Blink Dagger and the Veil of Discord. Maybe he wants to make a jump. There's a tier 1 tower at the bottom if they want to connect, but they need Puck. Like, Puck is kind of key to OG, where he goes in, creates a bit of a mess, then Sand King follows up.
Oh my god, the Centaur stomp on the Enigma. That allows Iceberg to go straight on top of No-Tail. A few more hits there, helped out by General Swashbuckle. great pickoff. As bottom lane, OG are setting up onto the Ursa Warrior. They saw him move in here, but RTW can't close the gap. And Seb not able to jump towards the Fuzzy Wuzzy. Saksa. Spirit form illuminate. Not finding anybody. And the smoke from Navi. Gonna get popped on
And
that
another
high ground.
one from Saksa. Chakra Magic is maxed out. They don't have that one hero that really benefits from Chakra Magic. Like maybe Enigma with the Midnight Pulse. Just lower the cooldown a bit. Sanking is okay. You know, Puck is decent. Nothing too special.
Yeah, it's not like the Kotl TB we used to see like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Bringing that metamorphosis down.
Kotl, Dragonite, Kotl plus Night Stalker combo.
Oh yeah, oh man, that Kotl DK was sickening. Perma, double stun. Lifestealer out on his own. They do make the move forward. Rage is there, and RTW. Topson jumping with a two-man coil. Focusing Rubik with a good burrow strike. They're going to try and bring down AlWAYSWANNAFLY. The Sandstorm there, and they illuminate finally. Topson brings him down, but in comes the bear. The bear cleaves through them. No-Tail Saksa both drop, and they've got the Rolling Thunder connecting on Seb twice. And he's going for more. Topson back to the trees he goes. Lifesteal has to jump out of the creep, and Rage back towards his tier 2s. Topson trying to stand his ground and fight with the Waiting Rips, but the ball lining in from Storm. He wants RTW desperately hunting for that Lifestealer, and V-Tune, the counter is that Ursa Warrior. Now the buybacks and the TPs down to this bottom lane. They're just going to feed away more kills. Maybe they'll bring down General. Pops' wand is got a pipe and shield crash, and the Hand of God brings it back to almost full. Saksa forced that back, but he's dead. V-Tune now unstoppable, and they know where Topson is. The big ball lightning! Iceberg did 90% of Topson's HP with that one.
Oh man, OG just falling apart in this game. They can't catch a break. Navi playing pretty much flawlessly. That item build from General, straight up pipe just to keep them alive with the mech and Hand of God, allowing them to survive through any initial burst that OG does.
And they're focusing this Enigma so early on in the fight, so we just don't see the black hole from No-Tail.
It's in position 5, Enigma.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of rough one for him.
And he's trying to save up for Blink Dagger, something that maybe could turn a fight around.
So Pango now has Shard and has magic immunity. It can be cast during Rolling Thunder to temporarily hit the brakes.
Dire's bottom
Nice.
tower is under attack.
Can cast
wow.
Rolling Thunder and Shield Crash during roll up.
Dire's structures
And they are using
fortified.
this Chen Shard as well on the Storm Spirit. Like he's trying to go for the pickoffs, like ball lightning in onto the Enigma. Wait. Is it going? Does he make it all the way? Oh, he was close, but Seb dies down bottom lane. There's fights happening everywhere. And there it is. The roll up. He's going to roll through and kill off No-Tail. Seb both down while OG, they're bleeding out. Trying to chase towards Saksa now. It's RTW. Battling into General. He's been bashed up immediately by V-Tune. No more range. He's going to try and infest into the puck or something, but he's standing there with Iceberg arriving. It's another kill, a monster streak, and the ball lightning just keeps on going, and they call GG. 2-0 here. Navi ahead of the best of 5.
What a performance from Navi, man. General, his itemization, and getting that shard, it actually allows him, like if this game drag, puck coil doesn't do that much. This is something that I did not think of, because I was not
Navi's turn to pick. Remaining. Navi's turn to ban.
Phantom Assassin.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Navi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Navi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick. Navi's turn to pick.
I speak for the trees.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
The undying waits.
Navi's turn to pick.
Silencer.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Navi's turn to ban.
Bad Rider!
10 seconds remaining. Turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Navi's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Navi's turn to pick. OG's turn to pick.
Terrorblade.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Dark.
Choose your hero.
many daggers am I holding up? How many daggers am I holding up?
Worst enemy. Your own worst enemy.
The next label plays.
Come, come. Your own worst enemy. Calm.
How many daggers am I holding up? How many daggers am I holding up?
Thirty seconds to battle.
You rock.
Divine.
The battle begins.
This is gonna sting.
Dire's courier has been killed.
This is gonna sting.
blood. The furnace. First blood, last words.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Denied. Come. Illusion.
Didn't see that coming, did you? With me. It's got a sting.
Great wheel turns again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Death tax.
It's got a sting.
Free ride.
Didn't see that coming, did you? What surge is this?
All according to plan.
Location.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Autumn comes too soon.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Hot or not?
It is an honor to be chosen for death.
You almost had that. Calm yourselves.
According to plan. At my hands is an honor.
Calm yourselves.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I thought I was dead already. That will shut you up. Warriors of the wood.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are scanning. Dire's middle tower has been denied. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yourselves.
the next level play.
Weak as a sapling.
Haste! Money to burn.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What a punk!
The next level play.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Double damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pull roots and run. My edge goes.
Divine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bounty.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Scanning.
My fire's quenched.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Coin of the realm. What an almighty money.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
This should make my life easier.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Go! Go!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Evaporation.
Radiant are scanning.
They're so nice. They're so nice.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What have we here?
The wages of fear.
My waters run.
Navi remain potential.
Yeah, I love it. I was not aware what it does.
RodjER's Lina, catching with the Light Strike Array and Terrorblade's Metamorphosis. It does get spent. It feels like Navi, with a Doom moving forward, wants to try and catch, cuts through with the Quelling Blade, gets out of the Sprout. Flame Break there, but the Global Silence holds Navi back, and a buyback from Saksa. Also jumping in, the Doom, he BKB and turns, throws it in onto the PA, and the TB Metamorphosis shifting forward with his own BKB, looking for RLTW. They'll slow it down with a Skadi, bringing her down, and the Sun's there. The TB back to full HP, and they've blown up Topson. Laguna Blade from RodjER. Here in Game 3, Navi are looking like they've turned it. They're doing it onto Seb in a double. Iceberg slices through him with a pits of hell, making Seb pay.
Oh, that global silence when Saksa kind of went in and they realized, like, yeah, we can try to go in. Doom pops that ulti on a Phantom Assassin. There was no surge available, so chase potential is there.
Catch RodjER. But in comes Doom.
Who
RodjER's
catches
alive
who?
with a Soul Rip Glimmer Cape. Saksa no-tail, they thought they found the Lina, but instead they're gonna die back on the Earth Spirit. Fall on Lina, yes, they do get the kill, but no-tail. What's he gonna do? Sprout? That doesn't work against the Firefly. Down you go, Nature's Prophet. It's a 5-man wipe with a +1 on that die back Earth Spirit.
And meanwhile, all that's happening, V-Tune just solo killing the Roche. What does he have? Cloak of Flames. Yeah, kind of fits the Warcraft 3 role, lore that we had. You know, he was Demon Hunter, right? The brother, or did he turn into Demon Hunter? Something like that. Can't really remember. It was a long time ago. And he had that immolation spell. Probably chat flaming me. How does this dumbass doesn't know who turns into
Was it
who?
Illidan?
Illidan, and yeah, like...
What was Illidan? I genuinely can't remember. That was a long time ago.
Chat
Demon
below.
Hunter.
Keep
Chat will absolutely know.
keep watching the chat, Gary. They'll know.
They'll know when it's done. OG, now without Aegis, without Cheese, still trying to play around this ILTWPA. Deso, Battle Fury, BKB is still a very potent hero if she's able to stick on targets. But you're looking now at a V-Tune Terrorblade with a massive amount of farm. And they smoke up behind him. Who's coming around the corner? Topson. 4 staff. No TP for 10 seconds, though. And they're still pinging. They know that he's around. General. He chases down Topson. Does get the catch on him. And V-Tune just mantas to make more illusions. Get away from all that nasty damage over time from that curse. Is it time for the one-punch man from Darkseer? Because it feels like they need to make a TP illusion of their own, as he does get chased down here. And Iceberg, well, the big crits from the PA, but turns again with a Doom. Mutes up RLTW, Light Strike Array, Laguna Blade.
The overtime damage will get her.
Surge away, the damage will kill her. Seb couldn't save her. And now Saksa is stuck inside. They throw the wall in onto Navi, but asunder from the Terrorblade, keeping them all alive. And RodjER with a double kill finds the Darkseer on the way out, while no-tail does successfully TP home, but it's yet again a fight when Navi find a pick-off, turn it into more.
Navi, they came prepared. Like everything is so crisp. The itemization, how they're moving, who they're targeting. They try to go on Iceberg, but man is tanky, you know, with that Assault Cuirass. Wait, what does he have so little armor? What? That's bugged. He can't have 4+4 armor, yeah.
He has 4+19 on my screen.
Okay, so it's just bugged on my screen for some reason. Yeah. I was like, what?
But yeah, using that Orb of Corrosion early on as a kind of stopgap item until he gets to this point, selling it off and getting into some real hefty armor now with +34 with Shivers and AC, bringing down all of the structures outside of the OG base. No vacuum wall, no magnetize, and OG all respawning to hold their high ground.
And we talked about like Dota 1 spells being reintroduced to Dota 2 with this patch. Doom's shard upgrade is level death. Oh. That's what was called before.
People hate on that skill, but I genuinely liked it.
You had to make a move like
they catch. Always want to fly, critted down. V-Tune He's got Aegis, Manta, BKB, but all of
Where's the
OG are
team?
here. They BKB in turn with Sunder. V-Tune's there, but the Yule's up into the air. RodjER looking for the Light Strike Array, and the Laguna Blade. LTW's down. They blow up RodjER thanks to Topson, but the Batrider lassos and drags him to the high ground. 4 staff down, but Topson's still in a lot of trouble. Burnt to the ground while V-Tune,
TB's
he's
still
battling
alive.
forward. The stun
That
is there, and the
illusion.
TB illusion pops the Aegis. Just the first life. No Tail Saksa now on the run, turning tail, trying to hide, but No Tail. He's found a spot in the trees while Saksa rolls away to safety, but No Tail's found. A godlike performance from Iceberg.
That fight, they try to go on Terrorblade because they saw other heroes showing on the map, and the TB, that's a full Satanic. Like, Satanic got nerfed, but still, you get a bit more damage, no status resistance. I already talked about that item on the TB during the draft, where it feels like a really good item this game, because he doesn't care about status resistance. There are no stuns on the enemy side. There are no real slows that he cares about. This might be it, Gary. Like, one more fight, that's all OG has.
It really is. And this next fight, probably going to be without Global, without Wall. And that Wall with the TB illusion seemed like the best shot they had. V-Tune, with cheese in hand, backs away and leaves Iceberg on the high ground. But that is a big boy, that Doom, with a lot of armor. Still the pure damage and the jump in from the PA. He BKBs and sprints away. The Sunder from V-Tune allows him to survive as a roll forward.
great
Connects
roll.
onto the TB.
Jeez,
They find the
can't get
catch.
it off.
That's a huge kill. OG have found the pickoff they needed. In comes RodjER, Laguna Blade. It does get thrown forward. But Navi, they are in the meat grinder here. They don't have a Terror Blade, and they're still trying to battle with General on the front lines. He is zapping people down. The global comes, but Topson is crumbling. General has so much magic damage to the back wall. There's Seb. Does catch them all. Iceberg trapped inside the Sprout, and all these illusions are ripping him apart. A beyond godlike Iceberg about to come to an end because Seb picks up the triple kill.
RodjER, he's keeping them in this game. The great 3-man vac wall and that roll from Saksa. I don't think that was necessary for TB to use Sunder on Doom there. I think he could have gotten out and then didn't have time to use Cheese nor BKB. Like, it was perfectly timed.
Absolutely gorgeous. And OG on the aggressive now. I'm not sure what that means. Drawing on the map from RodjER. SNG with a love heart. Shout out to whoever that is. Someone close to RodjER, I assume. And it's a decent fight from OG, and it's definitely a flash of brilliance from them. But is that something they can keep up? Is that something they can do consistently?
When is next Roche? May respawn in minute and 40 seconds. Whew. Rough one, I would say. General, I would love to see just a straight up BKB from General. To be able to go in and try to find Seb with the lasso. For now, just keeping a buyback.
Coming out of their shell again, Navi. Playing into the vision, scanning forward as well. 2 observer wards down on that bottom part of the map. But OG are playing in their triangle, only showing Seb, who does get lassoed into the Tombstone Light Strike Array. Saksa initiates with a roll, but he gets Laguna Bladed, and Seb,
They have
he's
no
healed
vision.
himself up with a Lotus Orb, and they can't kill him off just yet. V-Tune BKB's metas up, and he gets the Light Strike Array stunned down, thanks to RodjER. Topson forced to TP home. They might find Saksa, maybe No Tail here on the way out. The long-range stun, RodjER with that cast range catches No Tail, and they do lose him. Buyback available on the Prophet, but Saksa is being dragged back here. Glimmer Cape and maybe a roll to the high ground.
Them.
They don't quite catch him though. Prophet buys back, and OG still have 4 members here to defend their tier 4s, while V-Tune, he has
someone
arrived.
dropped the Soul Ring, you know, they're not falling for that bait. If you destroy it, it's Seb, yeah, so that he has enough money for buyback, but it's an old trick that worked probably once for each team until they realized we should stop doing that. Let's see, the row spawn might respawn in a second.
Because it reduces your net worth, right?
Yep, 50 seconds. Okay, so someone should keep an eye on that, possibly put the courier inside the pit. Flicker, find by Doom. That's a good item, you know, just to remove the global silence. When I say good, I mean top tier in this game for Navi.
That's what we like to hear. Top tier choices.
DB. Illusion Escape.
Oof. If there were enough of him, and an illusion rune. There weren't enough of him already. Jeez. No tail, off he goes. Elven tunic, fluffy hat, he is dressed to impress. But he spots some TP illusions and he's like, well, don't really want to stick around here anymore. Need to get over towards that Roshan pit once I've pushed out this bottom wave. And the big man returns. Undying Courier spots it. OG probably going to scout with Saksa, I would assume, in a second. Oh, they don't know. Navi make their move into the pit. And this now becomes do or die for OG. This is the deciding match. If Navi are able to take this Aegis Cheese Aghanim Scepter, it could be that 3-0 ending.
Oh, Ags. This could be a big one. On Terrorblade that we mentioned, like free one where you have Metamorphosis for 10 seconds and you have the AoE Fear. Lina finds Timeless Relic. Give that to Batrider. Yeah. Who's actually having the item? Doom. Not too bad. Alright.
Yeah, that's real good.
Especially with the Aghanim Scepter. Now they even have a break mechanic against the Phantom Assassin.
And then Timeless for the Earth Spirit, I guess. Over on the other side. Coming out to Saksa now, yeah. ILTW trying to get into a Lincoln Sphere. Aghanim's upgrade on Doom. Aghanim's upgrade on TB. Terror Wave. There for V-Tune.
Oh, I'm so stupid, Gary. I didn't realize that the top part is Aghanim Scepter and the bottom part is Shard.
They find Topson. General, he's lassoed him up. They're going to lose the Batrider here, but if they can find the fight that they want with Iceberg sprinting forward, Sprouted up though, needs to cut through the trees, but he can't do that. V-Tune's going to pummel into No Tail. ILTW with Saksa trapped now, tries the Phantom Strike back to that rolling target, but they've got the stun through the Doom and the Infernal Blade. ILTW dead and no buyback on No Tail. Seb's also in a spot above her here, being chased by the spider-legged Lina. Laguna bladed into oblivion, and the Lotus Orb came too late. A triple now for V-Tune. 2 buybacks for OG are available.
Darkseer has a wall, has a buyback, so this is their chance, because they won that one fight. Didn't contest the Roche, but they need to do it right now. This is their last set of racks, 60 seconds. Like, everyone needs to buy back, because Navi wants to end this game.
They want to end it right now. V-Tune to the high ground, onto the tier 3. Seb and ILTW both popping the buybacks. Glyph expended too. As a roll from Saksa looks to connect, but they've got the Yules immediately from RodjER again. Light Striker A onto that Earth Spirit, and V-Tune, he's standing his ground. Pop the Satanic still has BKB, Aegis, and Sunder, don't forget, and he sunders up the PA.
There it is.
Die back on ILTW. They move for Topson now. Navi, they're doing it. The Glimmer Cape and the BKB, they're going to mean nothing. As the Doom charges forward, Saksa good magnetized. The turnaround from Topson, it means something as he's staying alive, and V-Tune's going to fall. First life gone. But the Laguna Blade from RodjER secures yet another kill, while Doom also died in the trees. General's returned to this fight, but Topson, he's trying to 1 versus 2. General has the BKB, no lasso, and there's the Skadi slow. No buybacks here for OG. Terrorblade shredding through your structures. Everything is coming crumbling down around OG's feet.
Buyback from AlWAYSWANNAFLY. Let's see if he decides. Yeah, he's doing it. Buying the Boots of Travel, just selling everything. He wants to be on that ending screen. He wants to be in. Drops the Tombstone, and there it is.
Replacing the throne of the Tombstone of AlWAYSWANNAFLY.
From No Tail. Man, Navi is back.
Navi is absolutely back. 3-0.
Title, that means first title. Alright, finally for Iceberg, you know. I think the man grinded. And AlWAYSWANNAFLY says Sem Sepesu, which means thank you all. I played a lot of pubs with these guys, so I know, you know, I learned a couple of words. Yeah, exactly. So congratulations to Navi. Great performance today. Felt like, let's say, very one-sided BO5.
Yeah, I mean, with a new patch, Navi's back, Iceberg, and this V-Tune fella looking incredibly potent from those 2 core positions. The draft's looking good and utilizing a lot of these new nifty little items and shards as Navi dispatch with OG 3-0 here in this best of 5 for OGA Dota Pit Season 4. And that rounds it all out. That is the end of the tournament. Navi looking real good, and the CIS region in general looking pretty spectacular. You know, you think about VP and Epicenter, Navi now here for Dota Pit. Europe going to be shaking in their boots for that upcoming DP